Welcome to Never Say Neverland. Is the VOCO Southampton the perfect pre-cruise hotel? Let's find out. For our stay, we booked 2 adjoining rooms, so we'll be showing you around both. A queen bed grand room with a single sofa bed and view, as well as a super king bed standard room with a view. Storage was excellent in the queen room with a double wardrobe, hanging rail, shelf space and room for upright suitcases. An ironing board was also included for added convenience. There was also a full-length mirror, perfect for that final outfit check before setting sail. We were surprised to find that the room used standard light switches, so there was no need to leave a key card in a slot to keep the lights and power on, which I actually quite liked, to be honest. We were pleasantly surprised by how spacious the room felt, especially as it had been recently refurbished since our last visit. Unlike some hotel rooms with sofa beds, it still felt roomy and comfortable. As we booked adjoining rooms, housekeeping kindly unlocked the interconnecting doors for us. When we booked this room, it was advertised as sleeping 4, listed as a queen bed with a single sofa bed, with the suggestion that the kids could share. Not knowing the size of the single bed, we requested an additional pull-out bed to be included. This turned out to be quite basic, and my daughter did mention that she could feel the structure underneath, making it a bit uncomfortable. I ended up spending part of the night on the sofa bed myself with my son, and in hindsight it was actually large enough for one adult and a small child and reasonably comfortable. We've booked again for this year and won't be requesting the pull-out bed. There are bedside tables on both sides of the queen bed with plug sockets including USB and USB-C, and the wall decor feels fresh, modern with a subtle cruise ship theme. Overall, the queen bed was really comfortable with lovely bedding and pillows, and extra pillows are available if you need them. Whilst there was no underbed storage for our cases, there was still plenty of spaces in the room for them to be stored. The room had a lovely nautical feel with simple whale artwork on the wall and huge windows stretching the full width of the room, letting in plenty of natural light. There was a small circular table in the corner with 2 comfy chairs, a great spot to turn and face the window and watch the ship sail by. Speaking of the view from the window, we had paid for a room with a view, and this was the view from the front of the hotel. On previous stays, we were lucky enough to have a room at the back where we could see the ships waiting to embark at the dock, which in my opinion is the better of the 2 views, but this was still a nice way to watch the world go by. The bathroom was clean, modern and really well set up, with a basin sink and plenty of space for toiletry bags. There was the usual toilet, plus a deep bath, which was especially handy when travelling as a family, along with an overhead shower. A bath mat was also provided, which added a bit of extra reassurance underfoot. The design continued the room's theme with some interesting wall artwork, giving it more of a boutique feel. Toiletries were from the Apotheke plant-based range, including soap and lotion, and there was also shower gel, shampoo and conditioner provided, meaning you didn't need to unpack all your own essentials straight away. A movable mirror made things easier for applying makeup or shaving, and there was even a dedicated socket for electric shavers, which is a small but really useful detail. Overall, it felt practical, well thought out and ideal for both short stays and pre-cruise nights. Back in the room there was complimentary tea, coffee and hot chocolate, with VOCO partnering with Birchall, Taylor's and Clipper. There were also biscuits provided, and what stood out were the proper mugs that they were using rather than glass cups, which often used in other hotels. There was room temperature control in the room, plus instructions, which I like to see because I can never seem to work out how to program these. I'll now take you through to the king bedroom, where most of the facilities and amenities were the same, with the main difference being the larger bed size. The view was identical, and the room also featured a nice round mirror. There was complimentary VOCO water which was provided, which I thought was a really thoughtful touch. This hotel is right next to the cruise terminals, possibly the closest hotel you can book, but the rooms do get snapped up quickly, so it's worth booking in advance. Just across from the hotel is the West Quay Shopping Centre, a short 7-minute walk away. On the ground floor by reception, there is the Atlantic Gate Seafood and Cocktails restaurant, which is open for breakfast, dinner and room service. But I would definitely recommend checking the website for opening times, as they do vary depending on the day that you visit. There is a short walk to the port should you wish, and you can even stroll down to the gate to see the cruise ships waiting to embark, which we did before we headed to the port. There is on-site parking, which is £20 a night, and they even have electric vehicle charging points should you need it. As you can see, there's a large IKEA nearby that offers great photo spots of the cruise ships from the open top roof if that is your thing. And if you stroll through the car park, you can see the AB parking car park bays and the nearby port terminal. Overall, this is a really convenient pre-cruise hotel close to the Southampton ports, completely worth the money and a great family-friendly hotel to stay in. We've already booked our next stay. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment if you have stayed at the VOCO Hotel. Bye!